Black Oni.
Hey, what's going on, gamers? This is KKosaurus here to review Rick and Morty Total Recall for you. Now, if you don't know, Rick and Morty Total Recall is a card game based on the Rick and Morty episode of the same name. The premise here is that the Smith family has found themselves surrounded by parasitic alien creatures that inhabit memories and take on the form of imagined companions. In the show, there's a lot of zany antics, a lot of characters. You can see a lot of them on the box, which I got right here. Ooh, fun. Fun fact, if you take a picture of it and put it on Facebook, it tries to tag somebody as all of these, so that's a fun little side thing. But anyways, Rick has put the house on lockdown, and he won't rescind it until all of the parasites are destroyed. Otherwise, the whole planet will be overrun. Global destruction. Not good. The card game has two different modes of play. In the first, the players cooperate and try and figure out which of the characters on the board are parasites and which are real. The board is made of a grid of characters, each with a hidden identity card placed underneath. At the end of each turn, another character is added. Each player has a hand of 3 cards, which they may not discuss. During each turn, all players play a card face down simultaneously, then flip them over and take the actions in turn. This way, you may find yourself accidentally shooting a character you know is real because you have no choice, or you may find yourself shuffling up characters that someone else just investigated. At any point, if a player thinks there are only real characters left on the board, he or she may call for a vote. If the majority of players agree, the game ends. All the characters on the board are flipped over, and if there are no parasites, the players win. Awesome. Seems easy, right? To complicate matters, if 4 real characters are shot, the humans lose instantly. If the character stack runs out, the game just ends with whatever is in play, which is probably a parasite. The cooperative mode is pretty fun, and it's challenging enough that my group played a few rounds and didn't really feel frustrated. We didn't always win, but we always felt like there was a chance. As the character deck thins out, there's a real sense of urgency in play, and it may force players to make some mistakes. The second mode of play involves hidden identities. Each player is dealt a character card at the beginning of the game, as well as a hidden identity card for that character. This character is one that the player is so enamored with that the player wants their character to survive as well, even if that character is a parasite. So it's like Jerry and Sleepy Gary in the Rick and Morty episode, if you've seen that. Therefore, a player who has a parasite character wants to convince the other players that all the parasites are dead so that they rescind the lockdown. The parasite player cannot win if 4 humans are killed, so they need to get the group to call for a vote early. So really they play mostly the same, aside from a few white lies, which they need to do to convince the other players that they're human and playing for the same team. There's no way to see the identity of another player without shuffling it and another card. So often if you think someone's a parasite, you'll play a card that will let you see their card and another, and you'll say, yes, they were a parasite. But crap, I just shuffled a real player in as well. So it's kind of difficult to figure out what people are, and if you are discovered, it's pretty easy to shuffle yourself with someone else to add some doubt to the mix. This mode's pretty fun, though by and large my group still figured out who was playing for the parasite team based on what they were doing, based on their lies or based on what we saw, and we took them out. Overall, it's a solid game for the price. It's worth about the $20 it costs. For 2 to 5 players, it offers a short, repeatable game that's easy to transport. I don't think I'd play it all night, but it's a good game for a quick couple rounds or between another game. If you're a fan of the show, go for it. The cards are funny, they're well made. I really enjoy pretty much everything about the way that it was made. And I really wouldn't be surprised if they made an add-on for this in the near future, as there are a lot more characters from that episode that they could add, and it would add a little bit more mystery if you had a few more characters on board. But for now, it's a great game, and I really enjoy it. So thanks for tuning in, and game on.
Black Oni.